Well, really wish our last pod came out because we did a thorough breakdown.
Yeah,
But
I'm so tired of Drake. I don't even want to do a thorough breakdown
it got
now.
scrapped. And
Yeah, we could talk about it a little bit.
so we reviewed uh For All the Dogs when it came out.
Yep.
A lot of people did,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a lot of public criticism of that album.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake publicly responded in many ways. And we know what happened with him and Joe Budden and
Mm-hmm.
all the things that came from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say thanks to Joe Budden, we have Scary Hours 3, but not really. Because it was not an EP like it normally is.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually the first time that Drake added it to an already released project.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is called For All the Dogs Scary Hours Edition,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just being called a deluxe, which is what it really is.
Yeah.
And so we have 6 new songs
Mm-hmm.
where Drake says a lot of interesting things. Number one, Drake came and actually rapped.
He did
Number
do that.
two, we have another collaboration of with J. Cole and Drake. This time they were going back and forth. Um, and we have lots of the things that people were looking for from Drake, including Drake dissing everybody and their mommy,
Yes.
their mammy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so he dissed all types of people. And that definitely included Parks and Joe Budden.
Yep.
It also included the Clips and Pusha T and
Mhm.
Kanye West. And we said people were...
And the women on the internet.
Oh, and the women on the
He
internet.
really got at the women on the internet.
Well, that's...
Some of his biggest supporters, by the way. But
I mean, For All the Dogs was really for all the bitches.
listen, the problem with Drake is that he needs you to like him, okay? Drake does not like being disliked. He just doesn't. Now, I think this was great, and I'm happy we
Okay.
got it.
All
But
right.
Drake
I
does
wasn't
not...
sure he was going to go.
No. I liked it. I said that on when we first talked about it.
Okay.
I liked what he did. I think show up. Even if you're talking shit about people, show up. Especially if you're talking shit about people, show up.
And since then,
Mm-hmm.
2 things that are interesting happened.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, we got the announcement of a J. Cole and Drake tour.
Which is strangely in the strangest obscure cities. I would like to go, but
You're going to have to travel. You know what I'm saying?
like the only place I would want to go is like New Orleans.
I think they're going to do a second circuit.
I agree. I think they're going to come back to all the major cities after they do that.
They would be doing themselves a disservice not to, but they could also do whatever the fuck they want. They're huge stars. And the second thing that happened is Drake has released the instrumentals and challenged rappers. And I don't know if you've been seeing it, but I know and follow quite a few rappers. And people are putting out their verses and their takes on Drake's For All the Dog instrumentals.
What is that thing you do with the...
Blink, 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 blink.
I can't do it well, but...
Chris, if you can, put the GIF on the screen. You know the one. That's what he did. Now, I want to say 2 things, and then I'll let you go. Number one...
I'm going to just call him lazy, so you don't even need to... It's fine. I'm not going to say anything other than that. But that's it.
Number one,
Mm-hmm.
Drake is putting on a clinic on how to keep a project alive.
Yes. That, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
First he gave you the
good
album.
For him. Go Drake. Props to Drake for good marketing.
First he gave the album. Then he gave the public response.
You could
then
be
he gave the public response of the 6 songs. And as soon as people got comfortable with that and was like, all right, yeah, we looking forward to what else? What else came out right after? Boom, tour announcement. About a week later, I think it was less than that. Bam, instrumentals. Go ahead, y'all. Since I suck, let me see what y'all got. What a way to keep this alive. I mean, you
Great
thought Jada,
marketing, lazy rapping.
you thought Jada and Will were good at marketing. Here come Drake saying, "Hey, I can market too, baby."
Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors, because you could still be, you could be a great marketer and a lazy rapper. That's it. I don't need to elaborate because I already talked about that and how I think he phones it in, and I'm glad that he came back and gave us something to work
Okay,
with.
because I'm about to say I don't think he phoned it in on the six new
no,
ones.
but it took people having another poor reaction to his album. This is now what, the third album where people were like, what happened here? It took another poor reaction for him to come back, and really he only came back because he was mad at y'all, not because he particularly felt like he needed to rap.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but the same way a while back we said we like when people have breakups so we can have the breakup albums, I like when artists get upset. I like when they
Sure.
because sometimes you need a swift kick in the nuts to make you realize, oh yeah, that's what y'all think of me. All right, let me show y'all.
You are right about
Sometimes
that.
you need for somebody to call you and be like, "Yo, what's up, man? You quit podcasting? Why I ain't see no pods? Oh, you see no pods? You right?
Oh, that adds fuel to my fire. Let me take a hiatus for a month and somebody be like, I've been looking for your pod and couldn't find it.
Let somebody call and be like, "Yo, Jay, what's up, nigga? You quit music?
Yep.
But oh, you just a podcaster now? Oh, I'm just a podcaster. Okay, where's Drake's?
Pen
Where
to
those
paper.
where those Drake instrumentals at?
Pen to paper. Oh, so you about to write to some of Drake's instrumentals?
I'm not against it, but I haven't had a particular track that I wanted to run to.
Mm-hmm.
I also, what I struggle with as an artist is trends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the kind of person who really jumps on trends musically.
Okay.
Social media and marketing is a little different. If there's like a trending sound and I'm like, oh, that's the sound everybody's using, all right, let me use that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like recently we had a fun interaction because I put out a clip from my solo pod with a Christmas song in the background because it's Christmas season. And so stuff like that I don't mind, but when it's like everyone is making this type of song or everyone is using this phrase or everyone is jumping on this trend,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't really excite me, but who knows? You know, maybe I'll be home and bored and inspired one day and
maybe
put it out. I mean,
maybe. I just
personally, I would like to do like Method Man if I was gonna do something. I would prefer if me personally, as a person who dabbles in kind of the old school and new school sound, I would like to take some old ass instrumentals and do something there. To me, that's
cool.
more interesting
Yeah.
than rapping on the For All the Dogs instrumentals. Now, maybe rapping on some like old school Nas shit. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like a hit record from '97. Like,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You never heard me on
right.
blah 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 blah. Is not a hit from '97, but
when you hear certain beats too, you
know what
some
I'm
heat
saying?
Is coming. Well, you assume some heat is coming.
And then that's the challenge for me. Like for me to take the Drake challenge and try to quote unquote outdo Drake is not really exciting for me. But now, when again, this is a personal feeling. Some people feel different. I feel when you rap on a classic record on that beat, you have to deliver.
Kill it, yeah.
You can't come to like a classic record and just deliver subpar flow, subpar lyrics. People have a high expectation as soon as they hear that. Yeah. As soon as the beat drops, they're like, "Oh, but what he about to do? Because this is my shit. If he don't deliver,
that's what I'm saying.
You're not gonna get that coming. Yeah, but you're not gonna have that expectation if like track 3 beat from For All the Dogs comes on.
No, I agree.
And you hear me like JD Nero. That's not. You to be like, okay, first of all, stop grunting. Second of all, yeah, that's Jay-Z shit. Yeah, I know. First of all, stop grunting. And second of all, why are you on this, nigga? You about to sing? No, I'm not going to sing. I'm not gonna be like, I was sitting on the blue couch with D. Girl. Nope. It's not gonna happen.
All right.
Not gonna bust out in a girl. But that's Drake shit. So for me, it's more interesting to rap on something older, maybe more vintage, as the kids
Yeah.
say, not just for all the dogs. But again, genius marketing,
Oh,
putting
absolutely.
on a clinic. The other thing is,
Mhm.
and we said this last time, so for you this is not a new thing, but for the
Mhm.
audience it is. Uh, didn't Drake say he was about to take a long hiatus because he had stomach
He
problems?
did. I don't believe nothing he said.
He said he's taking a year off.
Drake is full of shit. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Y'all
Well,
don't.
well, I have been saying that for quite some time too,
I've been trying to tell
and you
y'all.
know people like our clips of me saying it, but I'm just at this
Right,
point,
but from a Drake fan, Drake is full of shit.
I'm just like this motherfucker
Because
said.
it's different coming from a Drake fan. Okay. Drake is full of shit.
Like I don't. What happened?
And maybe he meant it when he said it. You know, sometimes you say something and then you reevaluate it
But
and
then you
you're
change
like,
your
man,
mind.
I shouldn't have told anybody.
Change your mind one
Right,
time.
yeah. Right. And you know what? That's his prerogative.
It's my prerogative.
It's his health. It's his responsibility to manage that however he does. If he wants to continue, I'm sure his fans are excited that he's still touring, and that he's made more music since he said that. So I'm not gonna knock that. I like it when Drake is less lazy. So this was great. I thought, give us more music, good music. Give us the music we've been asking you for. Love that.
And he did.
And yes, going on tour with J. Cole, I think is a great look. Him putting out the instrumentals, albeit to your point, that's not really the album I want to hear people rap over. But
That's just my. I mean,
but
that's
but
my
fine, but fine, right? Because again, it is still sparking some sort of
buzz. Yeah.
engagement for him, and so let's say he does truly, like, let's say after the tour, because the tour is not that long, it's like 2 months. Let's say after the tour and with this stuff that he's doing now, maybe that's it. Maybe he doesn't do much after that. He's still, he's still creating a conversation, which is
Absolutely.
good. And I think Drake would really like to make sure he's unforgettable. I think,
Pun intended.
pun intended. So uh, it's I'm with it. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not mad at him for that. Um, Speaking of instrumentals, though,